Hey Stushes, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Disha Marie. What's up? I'm here today because I am getting ready and I wanted to show y'all a quick comparison of the new Pat Mcgrath bronzers. I know they came out like a few weeks ago, but I've actually been able to like play with them. I have some opinions, and also just if you're my color range, just to show you how the second to last two colors would look. So if you're interested in seeing that, and also some comparisons with the new MAC bronzers as well as Nars and others, then just keep watching. Alright, so according to the Sephora website, this luxuriously soft powder bronzer will leave you radiant from sunrise to sunset. This is Pat Mcgrath's first ever bronzing range that is infused with refined golden pearls to balance red, golden, and neutral tones while adding dimensional warmth to all complexions. The result is smooth, silky, and seductive skin, baby. Smooth, silky, and seductive skin. That sounds sexy. I like it. It's a blendable, lightweight bronzer, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so you can go to the website and read more. You probably watched other videos about it. So I know you're here because you want to see comparison. And you know, I was really hyped about these coming out, I'm not gonna lie, because for years I've been saying, man, she came up with some bronzers, da, 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 da. But honestly, just to get to it, I'm a little like blah. Like, I'm just really not as blown away as I thought it would be. I initially ordered this color bronze Divinity from the Sephora website because I thought we weren't gonna get it during the launch, but we did. But Sephora only carries like 5 colors. Sephora doesn't carry the full range, so I had to go to the Pat Mcgrath website to pick up Burnished Honey after trying this, because you'll see why. So let's get into it. I think I'm gonna make this side the bronze Divinity side. So I'm gonna take my fluffy ass brush because I like my bronzers to be fleshed out. Sometimes I define it, but I prefer it to be brushed out. So I'm at the point in my makeup routine that I would typically apply my powder bronzer. I usually kind of go in more with my cream bronzer, but I kind of avoided a little bit of the cream for this video. So we're gonna go in for bronze Divinity. So to the touch, it doesn't feel like silky smooth, like soft. It's not anything crazy. Actually, let me get my mirror. The texture, I mean, it's soft, but there's no but, it's soft. So I went in a few times, and can you see that? I know you can't. That was kind of like my challenge with a bronze Divinity. It's just it leans a little peach on me, and it's just a little bit too light. It looks like a super soft blush on me. But you know, it's there, but it's just not popping. Let me zoom you in a bit so you can see. So can you see it here? Got a little bit on my forehead. Let me adjust this camera. So yeah, it's just, I have to go in like a lot for it to really show up. And I like that it's buildable. You know, it's a nice subtle bronze. Warms up the face, but I just wasn't wowed by this. So that's why I went in with Burnished. Well, I went and ordered Burnished Honey. So comparing the two, you can definitely see Burnished Honey is a little bit richer. So this is bronze Divinity, Burnished Honey. I'm taking my other bronzer brush and going in with that. So you see it now. And there, here goes Burnished Honey. So you see that? So it's a little bit deeper. And I just feel like it's just more complimentary to my skin than this one, and I have to go in with less. So it's a little bit deeper. It does lean red, but I just prefer this side versus this side. Tell me what you think. What side do you prefer? Bronze Divinity, Burnished Honey. Definitely feel like Burnished Honey is more like worthwhile. I'm gonna look at the Pat website and see the difference in the description of these two bronzers. It's crazy. Like, look how much deeper. One thing about Pat's website is that the colors just tend to look so much deeper on the website and her promo videos than they do in real life. So you see how it looks there? It looks so deep, right? Versus here in real life, it's just so much, well, I guess, I don't freaking know. But it just looks a lot lighter than you would think. Okay, that's Bronze Divinity. So on the website, it's described as a terracotta bronze. And then Burnished Honey, which is on this side, is more of a warm amber bronze. You know what's crazy? I'm looking at this more and I'm like, oh, it's pretty. Both look good, but I'm like, is it OD to have two? I was really considering returning this Bronze Divinity. So let's do some comparisons, because I think it'd be interesting to see how it levels up with the other bronzers in my collection. How am I gonna do this? Okay, I'm gonna do I'm going to do the Pat Mcgrath bronzers at the top. So the top two colors will be the Pat Mcgrath, and every other comparison will be at the bottom. So this is the Pat Mcgrath Bronze Divinity. It's super light. I gotta go in with like 2. So that's Bronze Divinity. You can see that, okay? And then this is Burnished Honey. I'm gonna go with, seems like I gotta go in with 2 for it to really show. Okay, so Bronze Divinity, Burnished Honey. So this gives me like a lot more warm peachy vibe, which is the Divinity. And then Burnished Honey gives me a deeper red amber. Okay, so those are Pat's. So let's go into one of the newest bronzers in my collection. I'm gonna return one of them, and I'm gonna have another separate video talking about these bronzers, but these are the new MAC bronzers. They're called Sunstruck. So this one is the Rich Rosy. So Rich Rosy is here. And then this one is Rich Golden. So Rich Golden is super, so this is Rich Rosy from the MAC bronzer, and then this is Rich Golden. You see how neutral the Rich Golden is? I'm not really a neutral bronzer girl. Like, warm me up. I don't mind reds. I just don't want it to be too red. But yeah, Rich Golden is just not that girl for me, unfortunately. Oops, spoiler alert if you watched my other video. But yeah, so those are the MACs. Now let's go in with Nars. I'm gonna go in with the Laguna 8 bronzer that I recently got. And I have Karimba as well, which is a part of their old collection that has talc. The Laguna number 8 from Nars does not have any talc, so it's a talc-free powder, which is nice. And this is number 8. So you see how much richer that is, but on the skin, it does, for me, my skin tone does not look too overpowering. Definitely gonna do a video comparing this with the Karimba. And let me know if you're interested in seeing that video, because this is from their old collection. This is their new one. You can see the difference. And just to show you the difference on the skin as well. I guess I will swipe Karimba too, just in case you do have that in your collection and you're kind of curious as to how it would look in comparison. So that is the Karimba. So it's definitely giving more of like a warmer peachy vibe. Okay. All right, so the next one I want to compare it to is my Fenty Beauty. I'm running out of thumbs. I'm gonna have to go wipe my thumb. Hold on. So the next bronzer I'm going in is Mocha Mami from Fenty. My Mocha Mami is old. I've been playing with so many bronzers, I haven't had a chance to use it, but look. Okay, so this is Mocha Mami. Again, you know, with your redness. She's definitely a rosier bronzer. And from the swatches, it looks like it's comparable to Divinity. Bronze Divinity from Pat Mcgrath. I mean, sorry, not Bronze Divinity. Burnished Honey. It looks like the most comparable to Burnished Honey. So, hey. Okay, next bronzer is the Makeup by Mario in the color Dark. It is a soft sculpt bronzer. I love this bronzer. Ugh, one of my favorites. It gives like such an airbrush finish. And it feels so soft rubbing in it. So this is the Makeup by Mario. More of a peachier, I would say more comparable to Divinity. But I feel like it just shows up better on my skin than the Divinity. And then the last bronzers I wanted to show you was from Juvia's Place. This is their bronzer palette, bronzy in the color Dark. So I'm gonna swatch these two colors here. So this is the top color. Right here. Oh, it looks very similar to this bronzer right here. They look very similar. Which one was this one? Shit, I'm starting to lose track. I think this one was the Karimba from Nars. Lord Jesus. I'm gonna look back and see which one this is and put it on the screen. But these two look similar, kind of, but this is more red, of course. So that was the top color. So then, now this bottom color, I think this is gonna be more like the Fenty. Yeah, definitely more like the Fenty, but richer. Definitely much darker than the Fenty. So these are the comparisons. Again, these are Pat Mcgrath's and these are the other bronzers. So I'm feeling like there's a lot of similarities. So I am going to finish the rest of my makeup and then I'll be back with my final thoughts. All right, so I just threw on some blush. Forgot to put lip gloss on, but whatever. Well, I have lip gloss on, but it's my treatment. It's not my actual color gloss, but whatever. So I just finished the rest of my face. I'm going into work today. So what my final thoughts are is I'm a little bit disappointed. I'm not gonna lie. Like the Burnished Honey, I'm satisfied with. I'm gonna keep it. And I think it gives a beautiful look, but I guess I was expecting just a little bit more. Just like, I don't feel like I get like an airbrush, like perfect bronze, not too red experience with the Pat Mcgrath bronzer. So maybe once I start using it more, because sometimes that happens, like I'll start using the product more, incorporating it in different ways within my routine, and I fall in love with it. So it could turn a dud into like a whoa, but I just haven't gotten that over the last few weeks in using this product. So I would say if you are interested in trying it out, it won't be a bad buy. It's just hasn't really been like the most exciting part of my collection, to be completely honest. And you know, there's a lot to say as it relates to the color range. Of course, you're always gonna hear people, they could have gone deeper, but I already feel like they could have extend it just a bit more or just work on the undertones more. There's one other color after Burnished Honey, and I felt like it was being a little bit too dark, like a little bit too cool on me. I'll be interested to try it on my skin and see if I actually like it, but I think it'll be just a little bit too dark. So those are my thoughts. Nothing too exciting. I really thought like a video about Pat Mcgrath bronzer would be more hype, but I'm just not really feeling the hype. It's $39. She usually has sales. I think she had a sale recently, but you know, newer released products are going to be omitted from that sale. But I would say if you're interested in picking it up, if you don't need it immediately, perhaps waiting until then so you can have a bit of a discount. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you. And let me know if these types of videos, like just a quick comparison, try on sort of deal, it's good for you, not too long, because I can be long-winded, but I'm wanting to just kind of make my videos a little bit more concise, because I know for me, sometimes I'll be ready to get to the point, like, girl, you're talking too much for me. And I tend to do that too. You probably thought that about one of my videos. So let me know in the comments below if you like a little bit of a shorter form in the content for this type of video. But thank you so much again. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. We talk a lot about beauty, fashion. We're gonna start talking about internal beauty a little bit more. And I hope you guys really enjoyed that form of content as well. I hope you have a great day. And Stush babies, you know what I always tell you, stay bold, stay beautiful, and stay stush. Till next time, bye.